Hey everybody, it's Jason with Boardgame Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called Golem. Golem is a game published by Cranio Creations, designed by Virginio, Gigli, Flaminia, Brasini, and Simone Luciani. Those are Italian names. I'm not good with names, period. So if I said those incorrectly, I do apologize. It plays 1 to 4 players in about, what's this say, 120 minutes. Probably accurate. And effectively what you're doing in this is, I would get the theme, but I buried the rule book. Let me see if there is some theme though. Oh, I can't get it. I don't know the theme, but I know it's rooted in Jewish tradition, where there's this golem that goes out and scours the neighborhood, and students are trying to keep control of it or something. I don't know. The game has rabbis and golems and Hebrew characters, so it's something to do with that tradition. Again, I would put the history up there, or the background up there, but maybe I'll just tack it on in the video description so you can see it. But effectively what you're doing in this game is you are drafting marbles out of this marble dice tower thing. The color is going to move a student, and it's also going to give you the action of the row that you pull it out of at a certain strength. And you're trying to also use your rabbi to go out and take an action to help you do some things. You're trying to build golems. You may have to kill some golems. You're trying to move your students to get income. You're trying to upgrade these 3 different parts of your player board. You're trying to get books. You're trying to get artifacts. You're trying to kill and have as many golems as you can. They give you extra points, but you want to try to keep your students equal to your golems. Whole bunch of stuff going on. So that's enough talking. Let's go down to the table. Check it out.
Come on, play the game.
All right, so here's a game of Golem, all set up for 2 players. Now this game is a beast. It takes up a lot of room on the table, has a lot of setup, a lot of overhead. I'm not going to go into setup a ton. I'll give you a quick rundown, and then we're just going to get into the plan. So to set up, you're going to give each player one of these player boards. All these random bits will be put on these places. You'll get 4 golems that go on these golem spaces. You'll get your little golem upgrades down here that will go as I have set up here. You'll get a knowledge track that can be flipped. You'll get these 5 tiles that will all start out on the gray side, but I've got an upgrade based on some starting stuff that we got. You'll get this extra board over here, and you're going to put a disc on 1, a disc on 0, and you'll have your rabbi, and you're going to put a disc on 10 and the turn order track. Now each player is also going to start a little bit differently, so I have this upgrade. They're starting higher up on the knowledge track. We have different goods and stuff, and they have a gold bar just because of some tiles that we got at the beginning. And we're also going to have 3 gold cards that we were given 4. We drafted 3, and this is kind of where we are right now. And each player will have this turn order, what happens in the phases, and in-game. All right, then we're going to set up the marble dispenser, which I think is the synagogue or temple or something. That's what schematically. Put the action board down here. 3 action tiles for your rabbi, plus this one that's always there. The pass tiles, which we only really need 2, but we're still, passing. I put all of them here. And then each player is going to put their students at the beginning. You may get some extra movement based on some starting tile, which we've done. And then you're going to randomly assign your golems to 2 different neighborhoods, which we've done here. You're going to get 4 characters out. You're going to get shuffle the books, put them out, and you're going to randomly put these tiles out. If you're using the randomized setup, randomly put the tiles out. There's some starting setup, but I'm just randomizing it all. And then in a 2-player game, we're not going to be able to use these graveyard spaces, so I blocked them off. All right, now, I think that's enough setup. Let's just talk about how you play. So the way this game works is we're going to follow this phase order here. I'll put that right there. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to reset everything. We don't need to do that right now because we just set up. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to move our golems. So if you look at this track here, we are at a certain number that we have to move our golems, plus a character movement here that we may be able to avoid if we have built this leg of our golem, which neither one of us have. So this year, or this turn round, we have to move our golems 5 movement points across all of them. So however we want to divvy those up, we can do it. So let's just go ahead and go. I will go 1, 2, 3, and then I'll move this one 2. 1, 2. And then they will move this 1, 2, and 3. All right, there we go. So we moved our golems, and I'll explain why that's important later. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the action phase. So the way the action phase works is on your turn, you're going to either place your rabbi or take a marble from the display here. Where you take the marble from is the strength of the number of marbles that are there, is the strength of the action, and where you take it from is what the action is. And based on the color of the marble, you may or may not get to move 0, 1, or 2 students in the appropriate colored neighborhood. All right, so this player's first. I'm just going to take a marble because I want to show you how some stuff works. So let's see. I need to start catching up to my red golem. So I'm going to take this red marble. Has a strength of 4, but first thing I'm going to do is move my red student 1. Then I'm at a strength of 4. So first thing I need to do is I get 4 clay. So I'll take 4 clay. Then I can upgrade a red power down here. And I'm going to upgrade this one so I can ignore the movement on the cards. So I have to spend, what is that? It's 2 clay. So I spend 2 of my newly acquired clay. And then I can build a golem, and I'm going to do that. So to build a golem, the cost is right here. It's 3 clay to build a golem, plus 3 clay if you're building it in a neighborhood where there's already a golem. So I'm not going to do that. I'll put this eye over here so I can have some room. I'm not going to put these things here. It's annoying. So I get rid of 3 clay, and I'm going to build my first golem, and I'll put them right here because I don't have another one in this neighborhood, so it's only 3. Then when you build a golem, you're going to go up 2 on this track. So it's going to give you points for income, but it's also going to increase the movement of your golems at the beginning of each round. And that's my turn. I took a marble, I did my upgrade, I got my clay, I built my golem, and I'm done. And I moved my student the appropriate number of spaces based on this. The colored marbles will move each of the students 1 on the appropriate color track. White does not move them at all, and black will let you move 2 different students or 1 movement. You have 2 points of movement for your students. All right. Now it's that player's turn. I think what they want to do is they're going to use their rabbi, and they're going to come back here. They're going to move a golem either forward 2 or back 2 and then activate the space. And I think what I want to do is, or 2 points, it doesn't have to be 1 golem. So let's do 1 and 1, and they're going to activate this space. Oh, they can't activate that space. Shoot. Maybe I don't want to do that. Let's do this one instead. So I'm going to get 3 clay. This player will get 3 clay. I'm going to take these off the board because it's hard to get to. All right, so they get 3 clay. Then they're going to be able to, what did that cover it? Build a golem and then move a golem forward or backwards 1. So let's build a golem. So they'll spend their 3 clay. They'll build a golem. They're going to put it in where they don't have one. And that moves them up 2. And then they can move 1 back 1. And I think I'm going to move this one back 1. This one back 1. All right, done. Now, action number 2. You know, I'm actually going to do this one. So I can move a golem forward or backwards 2, and then I can activate. And I'm going to move this one back 2, which will let me move this back 1. Then I'm going to get a move up on the book track 1, and I will get 3 points. All right, and that was my turn. Done. This player, they can't use their rabbi anymore, so all they're going to be able to do is take marbles. So what do they want to do? They'd like to get some knowledge, because knowledge is always good. So they're going to take this one. They're going to take a yellow, and they'll put it here. And then it has a strength of 2, so they'll get 2 knowledge. And they're going to get an upgrade, a blue section of their board, and I think they will do this one. So they'll spend 2 of those knowledge. They'll upgrade this one, and I'll explain what that means when we get to it. And then they're going to get to buy a book. All right, so we're going to get to it right now. So they're going to be able to buy a book. Books are up here. There are 5 different colors. There's yellow, blue, red, and green, and a black, which is wild, can go in any column. Now, couple restrictions. You can only have this many books as where your disc is in each column. There's 4 columns. This is not a column, so those 4 columns. You can have that many books. So I can have 1 book in each of those 4 until I start moving up and I get to the 2. If I buy a book and I put it in a section that is unlocked, meaning on the blue side, I'm going to also get that bonus. And you're going to get a bonus. When you buy the book, you get an instant bonus. When you slide it in, you get the bonus at the top. Then any of these that are showing, and every other book that's in that column, you're also going to get those bonuses. So I think, how much do I have? I have 2. So the only one I can buy is this one. So I'll buy this green one. That's fine. So I buy the green book. I'm going to slot it in here, but a couple things are going to happen. First thing, I get the instant bonus. So I get 2 knowledge. Well, I spend my 2 knowledge, but I get 2 knowledge back. Then I get to move a golem forward or backwards 2. So let's do, I'm going to do 1, 2. I'm going to slide that one back 2. Okay. Then I'm going to slide this into my book, my space here, and I get a coin and a clay because I unlocked that section. And then I'm going to get 2 more coins because of that book. So let's take a $5 and get rid of these. All right, and that is that action. Then what you're going to do is you're going to slide all these books down. They'll get cheaper. You'll bring a new one out, which I can't really reach that well, but we'll make it work. All right, and then that's their turn. All right. So now it is back to me. I have to take another marble, and I'm going to take a blue one, I think. So let's keep going hard in the paint. No. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to take this white one. So I'm going to take this white one, which is a strength of 2. It doesn't let me move any of my students. So, you know, tough luck there. Then what's going to happen is I'm going to get to activate some of my golems. Now the way this works is based on the strength here. So 2 strength. Actually, I'm going to take the black one instead. So I'll take the black marble. Then I get to move 2 students. So let's move this one and this one. I'll explain why that's important later. And then I get to take this action at a strength of 2, which is activate as many golems as I want for a cost minus the cost of these marbles. So I'm going to activate 2, which costs 3 knowledge, but there were 2 of them in there, so I have to spend 1 knowledge. And let's activate some golems. So which ones do I want to activate? I'll activate this one. When you activate it, you lay it down. That'll give me 3 clay. And then I will activate... Yeah, I'll activate this one. I'm going to activate this one, and I get to do a golden upgrade, which are over here at 2 gold less. So let's do... I'm going to do this one right here. That'll cost me 2 gold less. I have 3 gold. I'll put it right here. That'll cost me 3 gold because I get a 2 discount. All right, 3 gold. Done. I activated both of those, and I am done. I laid them down. That's my turn. Now it's back to this player. They get to take 1 more marble, and I think they're going to... they want to buy another book. So they're going to take the yellow again. No, which one do they need to move up on? They need blue. So they'll take this blue one. So that'll move their student on blue. And then they get a 3 power of the column with clay, red upgrades, and golems. So they'll get 3 clay. They're going to upgrade a red one. And I think what they want to upgrade is... yeah, they're going to do this middle. So they're going to spend 3 clay. They're going to upgrade the middle because I want to show it to you. So what they're going to do is they're going to flip this tile. What this is going to let them do instantly, that's all it's going to do. It's going to be worth a menorah, which I'll explain in a second. It's going to let them kill a golem and then get double the bonus when they put a golem in the graveyard. So I want to show you how killing a golem works. So I'm going to take this golem and I'm going to kill it. So let's see. They're going to take this and they're going to put it in any of these graves. So let's do... I'm going to do it in this one. and that's going to get me 2 golden bars because I get double the bonus. Normally I get 1, I get 2, and I'm going to assign them to these 2, and these will activate both of these machines, and that is good. And I'll explain that coming up here. Then what's going to happen when you bury or you kill a golem, you're going to go down on this track. So you're going to lose some points possibly, but you're going to decrease your movement, which is good because you need to manage that. All right, so that's the end of the actions. We've both taken a marble. We both used our rabbi. Now we're ready to go. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at turn order. So turn order is going to be based on who went to the highest on these rabbis. In this case, it's red. It's pink still. So pink is still first player. All right. Next, we're going to look at the character card to see if we met the criteria of the appropriate colored marbles. So if we had a red or a blue and a white, or a red and a white, we would successfully meet this goal. In this case, neither one of us have that, so we don't get to do it. If we did meet it, we could spend 3 coins and get a book and move on the blue track, or just take 3 coins. It's always 3 coins, but there's some other kind of special ability. So we didn't do that, so no one gets that. All right, next we're going to get income and do an upgrade. All right, so income. You're going to look at all the places that have a hand. So let's just look at my board here. So I'm going to get 1 knowledge because I have a hand there. I will get 2 points because there's a hand giving me some points. Okay, then I'm going to look over here. If any of my machines are active, meaning I have the proper gold bars, I would get the income. I don't have that, so we can't do that yet. Then I would look where my students are, and where if they're on a space that has income, I would get income. So nothing there, nothing there. This one is here. It will give me a clay. All right, and then they're going to do the same thing. I'm not really going to do theirs, but they would do the same thing. Then what we're going to do is we're going to be able to do a free upgrade. So I can upgrade anything. I could pay 4 knowledge to upgrade this track, which makes it better, gets you to more books faster. I could upgrade another piece of my golem. I could pay gold or coins to upgrade this board. And I think what I'm going, or I could upgrade these. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend my clay and I'm going to upgrade the head of the golem. And now we're going to be seeing why that's important here in this phase. So I upgraded that. It's always important to upgrade because it gives you menorahs, and I'll explain that when we get to the end of the game. Or what happens at the end of the game. But it's also going to give you a special power for every section that you flip over. So that's kind of where we are. Then, so they did all that too. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have to be able to control our golem, which is going to kind of function like a feeding your people thing. And the way that looks like is if your student is either equal to your golem or in front. So say I was like this, I'm in front or equal to my golem, you don't have to pay anything. For every space that your golem is away from your student in front, you have to pay a knowledge. So if this was the case here, I would have to pay 1, 2, 3 knowledge to gain control of my golem because he's running rampant through the neighborhood and I need to get control of that. If I can't, for everything that I can't pay, 5 points, you lose 5 points, which is terrible. But in this case, everybody is even. So even, and even. So no one has to pay any knowledge, which is good. So that's that. And that's why this is important. When I bought this, say this golem was all the way up here, I'm going to have to pay a maximum of 2 knowledge to control that because I've unlocked that upgrade. So no matter how far it gets ahead, you're going to pay a maximum of 2 per track to control your golem. All right, that is a round. I'm not going to it's just 3 more rounds like that, doing the different things. Now let's talk about refreshing. So to refresh, you're going to get rid of this book. You'll slide down a new one. We would flip that card over. We take our worker back, take the marbles back, and all these marbles. And we're going to throw them in the marble tower or the temple or sanctuary, whatever this is. All right. And then we will get rid of these tiles here. Get 3 new ones in a 2-player game. It's number of players plus 1. And that is it. All right, now let's talk about the in-game scoring. Now this is where the menorahs come in. So you can see there's menorahs. There's blue menorahs, there's yellow menorahs, and there's red menorahs. Each of those are going to score some points based on the section that they're in. So for example, red menorahs are going to be multiplied by the number of golems that you built. So in this case, 2 menorahs times 1, I would get 2 points if this was the end of the game. Yellow menorahs are going to be multiplied by the number of artifacts that you have active, meaning these bits here are completed. So the more of those you get built, the more points you're going to get. And the blue menorahs are going to be multiplied by the different columns of books that you have. So a maximum of times 4. So whatever numbers of menorahs times that many amounts of books. So that's how you're going to start the scoring like that. Then you're going to 3 spaces of the study track, the upper 3 spaces of the study track. So if you made it up here, you'll get these points. So 2, 4, 7. Then you're going to get victory points for your objectives. So if I have my blue student in section 6, I would get 4 points. And then for each different type of objective I've completed, I will get some bonus points. So if I completed all of these, I'd get the star points plus an additional 5 because I've completed 3 different kinds. And then 1 victory point for every 5 types of resources left: clay, gold coins, and knowledge. And you'll get 1 point. Whoever has the most points after all that is the winner. And that is how you play Golem. Let's go to the top. See what you think about it.
What do you think, son? What do you think?
All right, well, that was Golem. So, first off, let's talk about some of the components. Let me find them here. The components are a lot of cardboard. I'm not really going to go into that too much. But there are some cool bits. There's the Golem bit right here. There's the student right here. And then the cool rabbi piece, which is my favorite piece. Just a cool pun. A lot of cardboard, tokens, gold bars are cool. Everything else is a lot of cardboard. The marble tower is cool. I'm not going to get it out, but you saw it in the video. You drop it in there. They roll down in these trays. Fantastic. The components, top notch. No complaints there. Well, I guess a little bit of a complaint. So the gold bars are actually like wooden, but all the other resources are like cardboard chits. I don't know why that is. Like, if you're going to have one of them wood, make all of them wood. But I don't know, just a small complaint. Otherwise, rule book's great. The box fits everything in there. Cardboard is nice. Everything looks great. The art's a little funky. Like one of the neighborhoods, it's red, but the tile that you put down is green. It's kind of confusing, but once you know that, it makes sense. So it is what it is. Now let's talk about the gameplay. This is the Italians. We love the Italians. 2 of these designers were a part of Grand Austria Hotel, and there's a lot of this game that feels like Grand Austria Hotel. The way that you can pass, which I didn't even talk about, you can pass and then you'll take all the leftover marbles, recycle one, throw them in there to give you new actions. You can do that in Grand Austria Hotel. It feels very, some of the stuff feels very familiar. It's got books like in Newton. There's some of the DNA. The Italian DNA is definitely in this. It also has that we're going to play 4 rounds and you're going to try to do as much as you can in 4 rounds. And if you can't do it all, tough. You should have focused better and played better. And I like that. I like tight games. I like constricting games. I like games that don't offer me like every possibility in the world because I get overwhelmed by that. I want, to be focused. I want to have, actions that are simple that I can try to make the most out of, and I like that. And that's what this game does. It is up there with all the other Italians games. I love them. It's like Grand Austria Hotel, Lorenzo, Newton, Marco Polo, all those. It's fantastic. This is one that I can't wait to hopefully have on the shelf. This isn't mine. It's a friend's. But maybe someday I'll have my own copy and I'll be able to play it a little bit more because it is fantastic. So I'm going to give this a BGM accepted seal. This is going to get a 9 out of 10 on BGG, which is a 4.5 out of 5 wrenches on our arbitrary wrench scale. That means absolutely nothing, but we like to give it the games that we enjoy, and that's what I'm going to do. So that is Golem from Cranio Creations. I'm Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.